Hey, Kelpieone here on Stainedglasscuts. Today I'm going to show you a unique low-cost way of creating an all-weather hanger for your glass projects. I use this hanger design in a number of different applications. Here are the only materials you'll need: a 3/4 inch 440 solid brass machine screw, 2 440 solid brass nuts, solid brass plumber's chain, 3 32nd shrink wrap tubing, and super glue. Be sure to read the directions on the package. Here are the tools I'll be using: diagonal pliers for cutting, a file, a 1/4 inch bit holding screwdriver that I'm using as a nut driver, a pull saw, a 1/4 inch diameter bolt, and a block of wood. I'm starting using a piece of fused glass in which I previously drilled a 3.5 millimeter hole. If you need to know how I drilled the hole, check out my video. Now for the hanger. We're going to start with the machine screw and our diagonal cutters, and we're going to cut the head off the machine screw. Take one of your nuts and put it onto the screw. Tighten it down until you have roughly a 1/4 inch exposed on the end. Next, take your super glue, put a small drop on the threads of the screw. Don't use a lot. You don't need a lot. Tighten the nut on down until you meet with resistance. Now set that aside. Next, we're going to remove a link from our plumber's chain. That's accomplished by spreading the link apart with your fingernails or whatever you've got and removing it, sliding it through the hole. Next, we're going to take our bolt and push the plumber's chain over the bolt. We're then going to squeeze the two edges of the plumber's chain until they are roughly parallel. That's a 1/4 inch. That's the width of fused glass. Next, we're going to take our glass and we're going to take our shrink wrap tubing and we're going to cut a piece that fits right in the glass, exactly the width of the glass. I use my diagonal pliers for that. We're then going to take the piece of shrink wrap, put it in the hole in our glass. We're going to take our piece of plumber's chain and slide it onto the glass so the hole is exposed. We're then going to take our screw with the nut on it and push it into the hole, having it protrude from the other side. You want the piece without the nut to be on the flat side of your glass. Take our second nut, put it onto the screw, and tighten it down till you've got about a 1/4 inch maybe exposed, just enough to get the nozzle of your crazy glue in there. And we're going to put a small drop of crazy glue on the threads. We're going to tighten that nut down using our nut driver. We're going to snug it down. I hold it firmly in the back. You want it snug, but you don't want to over tighten because you could crack your glass. Now we're going to set that aside for just a moment. Now we're going to take our glass and we're going to slide the hanger over so it's against the glass, and we're going to take that and put it down onto our block of wood. It will dig into the wood at that angle, and you want to take your saw and cut off the remaining piece of our screw. Use light pressure. You don't need, let the saw do the work. You don't need to push real hard. Once we get this cut off, right there, I'll then take my file and remove any burrs that remain on both sides of our hanger. And there you have it. There is our beautiful hanger. It's ready for any kind of chain you want to put on it, plumber's chain, single jack. I use brass, so it's also ready for hanging outside. Hope this video was helpful. The materials and tools shown in this video are available via the links below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Cheers.